What's up guys, Austin here at the Sound Room in Asheville, North Carolina, here to talk to you today about how to tune your guitar. Let's get going. In order to play anything good on your guitar, make it sound decent, your guitar needs to be in tune. That basically means it needs to be playing the right notes. So let's talk a little bit about notes just really quickly so you have a bit of background to know what you're actually doing. This thing here is called the chromatic scale, and it's basically just your musical alphabet. Most people think there's a lot more notes than this, but there's only 12. Those 12 repeat and repeat and repeat, so you have really low sounding versions of those notes, and you have really high sounding versions of those same notes, and also everything in between. Let's just fly through these notes really quick though. You can see some symbols on here that you may or may not know. The hashtag looking symbol on the top there, that is called a sharp. And the little lowercase b is a flat. It's a little confusing right now, but C sharp and D flat are layered on top of one another that way because they are in fact the same note. There's just two different names for it. For the purpose of tuning your guitar, we're just going to focus on the sharps today. So if we count through those really quick, we've got C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, and B. And the very next note after B, if you were going to continue on to another octave or just keep going on your instrument, would be C. It would just start right over again. So that's it. That's all 12 notes. Now we need to know what notes are you trying to tune for your instrument. Here we go. On a 6-string guitar, your top string, you want it to be E, then A, D, G, B, and E. Here's how you remember that. Eddie ate dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie. There's a couple different ways to get in tune, especially if you want a different tuning, but in 2025, this is absolutely the most predominant version. It probably came in your guitar starter kit. It's called a clip-on tuner. This one in particular is made by Snark, and this is the RE version because I guess it's rechargeable, which is pretty cool. All you do with this thing is you clip it on to the headstock, adjust the screen so where you can see it, and press the power button to turn it on. When you do that, it starts to pick up vibration, and you can see it's already telling me what note I'm playing. That's probably what note I'm speaking, but if I pluck this string, there we go, it says D sharp. And here's where the chromatic scale really comes in. This is where you, if your guitar is really out of tune, like this one is, you need to know what note you're trying to achieve, and then in what direction do you need to go to achieve that note. So let's look back at our chromatic scale really quick. We know that we want this string to be E, but we're playing a D sharp, and D sharp sits below E. So we have to tighten our tuner, tighten our string to achieve an E. So I'm going to take the tuner machine that's associated with this E string, and I'm going to twist it away from me to tighten it as I play the note with my right hand. So a really good way to do this, and you can practice this, is to continue plucking it and adjust with your left hand as you're playing it. There you go. You see it says E now, and we're trying to keep going right there until it hits that green spot. Oh, went a little bit too far there. There you go. Now we're going to go down to the next string. We're going to use the next tuning machine. Now this one says A sharp. Do you remember what note we wanted it to be? A. So which direction do we need to go? Do we need to tighten it and move it up, or do we need to loosen it and move it down? We need to loosen it. There you go. Now we have an E and we have an A, and it's just rinse and repeat all the way through the rest of the 6 strings. Beautiful. we just got our guitar in tune. I've had 100 students who make this mistake. Let's say your guitar is way out of tune and it is showing F. Okay, I'll just get us there. I hope my string doesn't snap here. There we go. Let's imagine you pick up your guitar and you go to get in tune and it's way out of tune, and this string on the bottom that we know is supposed to be an E just goes like this. It's showing F, and if you want it to be a perfect F, you need to tighten the string. But if you remember your chromatic scale, F is already too high. So if you just keep tightening that string and trying to get it in tune for whatever note the tuner says, you might break that string. So if you're just starting out, here's the process. Step 1, what note am I trying to tune to? Step 2, what note does the tuner say I'm actually playing? Step 3, what direction do I need to tighten or do I need to loosen to achieve the note I'm looking for? I promise if you follow these 3 steps, you won't end up breaking a string and you don't have to be scared. That's how you get into standard tuning if you have a clip-on tuner. If you don't have a clip-on tuner, make sure you subscribe, because when I talk about the chromatic scale in my next episode, I'm going to show you how to tune without one as well, just like we used to do in the 90s. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you got any questions, drop them in the comments. Make sure you subscribe. Have a good one.